Okay, now our next practical in PIC microcontroller is to generate the square wave using timer with interrupt. This is the problem statement in the syllabus. Now according to that, we want to generate the square wave. Okay, now to generate the square wave, our logic is that we want to make pin controller pin high for specific time, and then you are making the pin low for specific time as per T on and T off. For example, suppose T on and T off is 50%, and you are generating square wave of, and duration for T on is 5 seconds and T off is also 5 seconds. In that case, you are just making the controller pin high, and then you are calling the delay for 5 seconds. After that, you are toggling the pin and it is switched to the low voltage, and then again you are giving the delay, you are calling the delay of 5 seconds. In this fashion, you are creating positive cycle for 5 seconds and negative cycle for 5 seconds, and you are keeping this in loop, and that's why continuously you are getting positive cycle, negative cycle, positive cycle, negative cycle. In this fashion you are generating the square wave, and this is the logic for generating square wave. Now for that, in problem statement they are saying that don't use the software method to introduce the delay. They are saying that to use hardware method, and hardware method means you are using the timer to introduce the time. Okay, and after time is get over, you must interrupt the controller, that given time is over, and then according to that controller will take the next action. Okay, this is the logic behind this problem statement, and for that point of view we will study the timer section. Now in epic microcontroller, basically there are four timer, that is timer 0, timer 1, timer 2 and timer 3. Okay, each one having its own features. Out of that we can use any timer as per our choice. Okay, now in my practical code I'm just using timer 0, and that's why initially we will discuss timer 0, and then we are using this timer 0 for practical point of view to generate the time delay. Okay, now first one is a timer 0. Now what is the feature of timer 0? That is, it is a 8-bit timer or 16-bit timer. Means you can use either 8-bit timer or 16-bit timer as per our choice. Okay, then next one is that it is readable as well as writable registers. Okay, now there are two registers are there, that is a timer 0 lower byte and timer 0 higher byte. Okay, next point is that prescale facilities there. Actually clock source is there are two clock source, either internal clock source or external clock source. Means both the clock source are possible. Okay, out of that which you want to use you can select. Okay, yeah, means there are two facilities are provided in PIC microcontroller, either we can use internal clock source or external clock source. Along with that, PIC architecture also provide us prescaling facility, means we can change the frequency, clock frequency as per our choice. Okay, now how to change that, and for that we will study the control register. Next one is the age selection for external clock. Now we know that in clock cycle there is positive cycle as well as negative cycle. There is a rising age as well as falling age. Now which one is the starting point for the clock pulse you can decide. Means for example, rising age you can consider as a starting point, falling age you can consider as a starting point. Means you can choose starting point as per your choice. Next one is interrupt on overflow. When for example, suppose specific time you are given in the timer. Okay, and when given time is over, that timer get overflow and it will interrupt the controller, that, and it is just informing controller that mentioned time is over, then do the necessary next action as per your program. In this fashion it is just interrupting the controller, means given time is over, then do your next task. For example, suppose you are using this timer section in any embedded application. For example, microwave oven, for washing machine, number of micro embedded products are there. You can use timer there. For example, suppose you are considering the washing machine. In that case, first cycle is the washing, cleaning the clothes and then dry that clothes. Okay, when first section, for example, suppose you are saying first duration for cleaning the clothes we have want 30 minutes, then 30 minutes duration we are placing into the timer. when when you are giving that time into the timer and you start that timer start counting from initial value up to 30 minutes, and when 30 minutes get over it will interrupting the controller that given time is over, and then controller will as per the programmer written in the microcontroller, it will take the next action. Means first task is over, means cleaning the clothes is over, then it will proceed for the next, that dry that clothes. In this fashion a controller is moving from one task to other task after completion of specific time duration. Okay, means for example customer choosing 30 minutes for cleaning and 10 minutes for dry that clothes. In this fashion any time you can place into the timer, and according to that when given time is over it is interrupting the controller that given time is over, do the next action. Okay, in this fashion when it is overflow it is interrupting the controller for the next action. This is the basic logic for regarding timer. Now we are focusing now on timer 0 because timer 0 we are using for our practical, and to support this timer 0 there are three registers in the architecture of PIC 18F4520. Now these three registers are, first one is timer data register, next one is a timer control register, third one is timer flag bit or flag register. Now in this fashion these are the three registers which is supporting us to take timer 0 module. In this fashion we will study first these three registers and then we are using this registers in our program to generate the square wave. Okay, now first register is a data register. Now we know that our big microcontroller, that is 18F4520, is a 8-bit controller, and that's why all registers are 8-bit register. Okay, now this timer data register is 16-bit register. It is splitted into two parts, that is timer 0 lower byte and timer 0 higher byte, because we can't access to all 16-bit at a time because our controller is 8-bit. At a time we can access only lower byte or higher byte, and in this fashion overall 16-bit is splitted into two subparts, that is timer 0 lower byte and timer 0 higher byte. In this fashion 16-bit gets splitted into two parts, that is covered in the timer data register. Next one is a timer control register. Its function is to control respective timer. Okay, now as per our choice we are just calculating the control word and we are placing into timer control register, and according to that our timer will work. Okay, now before that first we must know what is the structure of timer control register. Now this timer control register is also 8-bit register. These are 0 to 7 and each one having different significance. Now what it is that we will discuss now. Okay, now bit number 7. Now what is a bit number 7? That is timer 0 on bit. Okay, there is only one bit is there for timer 0 on bit. One bit means two combinations are possible, means either 1 or 0. Suppose it is 1, it means that it is enable the timer 0, means timer 0 is in on position, and when it is 0 that time it will stop the timer, or timer 0 is in off position. In this fashion 1 means on and 0 means off. Okay, then next one is regarding bit number 6. Bit number 6 is timer 0 8-bit. Now we already declared that timer 0 you can use as a 8-bit timer or 16-bit timer as per our choice. Now one bit is there means only two combinations are there, either 1 or 0, not other than that combination is possible. Okay, suppose I am placing here 1, it means that I am interested to use timer 0 as a 8-bit timer or counter. And suppose I am placing here 0, it means that I am interested to use timer 0 as a 16-bit timer or counter. In this fashion I can choose timer as either 8-bit timer or 16-bit timer as per our choice, and according to that we will place here either 1 or 0, and this is coming under bit number 6. Then bit number 5 is related to timer 0 clock source. Now we already discussed that there are two clock sources possible, either internal clock source or external clock source. According to that, 1 means external clock source and 0 means internal clock source. Internal clock source means clock is taken from our crystal frequency, that is F oscillator by 4. Okay. Next one is bit number 4. It is timer 0 SE, that is clock age. Select age. Okay. Now we already discussed that where is the starting point of the clock signal. Either you are considering rising age or falling age. You can choose anything. Okay. Suppose I am placing here 1. It means in first we are considering high to low transaction as a starting point. Low to high means falling age we are considering as a starting point. And suppose we are placing here 0, it means that we are considering low to high. Low to high means rising age as a starting point of the clock. In this fashion, we can consider any age as a starting point, either rising age or falling age. And according to that, either place 0 or 1 to particular location, that is bit number 4. Then bit number 3 is PSA. Now we will discuss that part. PSA, that is timer 0 prescaler assessment bit. Okay. Now there are two options are there, internal clock or external clock. Whatever frequency is there, that is coming for the timer. But sometime customer don't want that frequency. They want other options. Okay. And that options is provided by prescaling factor. Okay. And you are interested to do that or not, that is your choice. Okay. According to that, suppose I am placing here 1. When we are placing 1 at bit number 3, which what it indicates, we are not interested to prescale. Okay, means as it is frequency we are considering and pass to the timer section. Whatever coming from the internal source or external source, as it is passed for the timer section, we are not doing any modification. And suppose we are interested to do the modification and we want to change the clock frequency, means we are interested to prescale that. Okay. And for that you must make this bit as a 0, means bit number 3 as a 0. Once this is 0, means you are interested for prescale. Then different prescaling options are available to the customer. Okay. Now what are they? That is decided by bit number 0, 1 and 2. Means how many bits are there? 0, 1 and 2 means 3 bits are there. 3 bits means how many combinations are possible? That is 8. That is 0, 0, 0 up to 1, 1, 1. Total 8 combinations are possible and each one having different meaning. Okay. Now suppose I am placing here 0, 0, 0. That time prescaling factor is divided by 2. Whatever frequency is coming, it is divided by 2. When I am placing 0, 0, 1, it is divided by 4. 0, 1, 0, it is divided by 8. 0, 1, 1 divided by 16. And suppose all 1, 1, 1, that time whatever frequency is coming, it is divided by 256. Means we are just changing the frequency as per our choice. And for that we are placing proper number within this particular location, that is 0, 1 and 2. In this fashion we are calculating the control word. Now in my all of you agree up to this point? Okay. Now as we want to generate the square wave for practical point of view, in that case my requirement is I am just initially my timer is off. I am interested in 16-bit timer. Clock source, I am interested to use the internal clock source. I am interested rising age. I am interested pre-scaling, and I am just putting 1 by half pre-scaling, and according to that we are just calculating the number. According to that number, initially timer is off, means this bit is 0. I am interested in 16-bit timer, that's why this bit is also 0. Clock source, internal clock source, this bit is 0. Next one is clock is rising is, this bit is 0. PSA, we are interested in pre-scaling, that's why this bit is 0. And I want to divide the frequency by 2, means all these bits are 0 0 0. According to that, I will calculate the number and I will place into timer control register, that is 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, you can change your choice, because nothing is mentioned in the problem statement that they want 8-bit timer, 16-bit timer, rising age, falling age, nothing is mentioned. Then decide yourself what you want. According to that, just calculate the control word and place it into the timer control register. Now I'm just putting some, all are zeros, means I am making timer off, 16-bit timer, internal clock source, age is rising age, prescaling is accepted, and prescaling is divided by 2, means all are 0. In this fashion, all these bits are 0 0, means your hex is 0 0 hex. We are putting into timer control register. Okay, next register is when you are already declared that timer 0 is either 8-bit timer or 16-bit timer. Okay, now timer 0 is started from initial value, and every time it is incremented as pulses come to the timer section. It is become 1 2 3, and when it is 8-bit timer, maximum it will reach up to FF, that is 256. Okay, and when 256 is there, means it will count counting 0 0 up to FF, and when one more pulse is coming to the timer, it get overflow. When it get overflow, it will interrupt the controller, that given time is over, and then do the next action like that. Okay, for example, suppose in industry your task is to seal the bottle. Okay, now for sealing the bottle, we want 5 seconds time. Okay, means 5-second time we are placing into the timer. Yes, means, and then we start the timer. We have initially first bottle placed on a conveyor belt, we start the timer. After that, it will seal that bottle within 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, this seal process is over, and it is passed to the next section. This bottle passed to the next section. After 5 seconds, next bottle is coming for the sealing purpose. And in this fashion, when every time one bottle is coming on conveyor belt for sealing purpose, and once it gets sealed within specific time, it will pass for the next packaging part. Okay, in this fashion you can use timer section for number of applications. Okay, now we discuss about 8-bit timer. Similar way, suppose instead of 8-bit timer, suppose I'm considering timer 0 as a 16-bit timer. That time only change is that your value of timer is moving from 40 up to 4F. Okay, means 65535 value decimal. Okay, in this fashion, when it is 16-bit timer, your timer count initial value is 40 and final value is 4F, and when one more pulse is coming, that time it get overflow and interrupting the controller. In this fashion our timer section works, and this is the block diagram of timer 0. Just see here, this is the internal cycle, that is F isolated divided by 4. Other option is the external clock source, and you can choose with the help of bit number timer 0 clock source. 1 means external clock, 0 means internal clock. Then next, regarding pre-scaling facility. Suppose you are not interested in pre-scaling, directly pass to the next part. Okay, and suppose you are interested for pre-scaling. Pre-scaling is done with the help of PS0 to PS2, last 3 bits. With the help of 3 bits we are providing 8 facilities. Yes, divided by 2, divided by 4, up to divided by 256. Okay, now next one is synchronization. You are interested, synchronize that. Then next one is it pass to the timer section. According to that, clock pulses reach up to the timer section. Timer continuously get updated from initial value, that is 0 0 to maximum. Suppose it is 8-bit, 0 0 to FF, and suppose it is 16-bit timer, it is moving from 40 to 4F. And when one more pulse is coming, that time it get overflow, means given time is over, and it is interrupting the controller by setting particular bit, that is timer 0 IF flag, interrupt flag. Okay, now this is related to the theory. Now based on this theory, we will write the problem statement. Now our problem statement is, we want to generate the square wave using PIC microcontroller, and that is 18F, and that's why we are using first step is by this is a these steps are common for all PIC microcontroller practical. First step is you are including which IC you are using for practical. First you are include 18F4520 header file within your program. Then you are configure the 18F4520 as per your choice. Okay, now first you are just configuring oscillator for high speed. There are different options are available for oscillator, such as the high speed crystal oscillator, LC oscillator, RC oscillator, like that. Out of that, I am selecting high speed oscillator. Then next, regarding PWRT, it is off. We know that we are using PWRT. This facility is provided by PIC microcontroller to get a stabilized voltage and stabilized frequency. Means, for example, suppose you turn on your controller. In that case, initial voltage is 0 and you turn on the controller, it will move to the specific voltage, for example 5 volt or 3.3 volt, whatever. Okay, immediately it will not move from 0 to specific voltage. It takes some time, settling time. Means some overshoot undershoots is there, and after specific settling time it gets settled to the specific voltage, for example 5 volt or 3.3 volt, whatever it is. Okay, means some settling time is necessary. Up to that, my controller must be in a off position. Suppose my controller immediately turns on, there is some overshoot and undershoot is there, and because of that there is the chances of unfunctionality or some error is there. And suppose you are interested, you are so much serious about the accuracy point of view, you just turn on PWRT. But now, just now we are performing practical on laboratory, and that's why we are not so much serious about that accuracy point of view, and that's why we are making this device off. Suppose we are making this device on, number all device on, that time all devices are on, means you are everybody want the power, everybody suck the power, and that's why power consumption is more in that case. And we want to save the power also, and that's why we are just turning on the device which are only uh, useful for application point of view. Initially all device are physically all devices are available there, but we are enabling those devices which are suitable for the application. Now in for laboratory point of view, there is no need about the accuracy point of view, and that's why we are making PWRT off. Second, regarding a watchdog timer. Suppose, yeah, okay, once your system get hang, that time there are two options to come out of that hang position. One is a manual reset, or second one is a automatic reset. Manual reset means directly press the reset button. Okay, and second option is automatic reset. Automatic reset means we are taking help of watchdog timer. We are putting specific time within watchdog timer, for example 5 seconds. Suppose our system get hang anytime, because our embedded system works 24 hours. Suppose our system get hang in between, every time it is not possible to go there and reset the press that reset button. Okay, and in that case we want automatic reset, and when we want to use automatic reset, we are taking help of watchdog timer. But now we are doing practical lab experiment, and here it is easily possible to press that reset button, not necessary to take help of watchdog timer, and that's why watchdog timer is also off. Next one is debug facility. We are not interested, make it off. LVP, low voltage power facility, make it off. In this fashion, these 5 steps are common for all practical of PIC microcontroller. Next, regarding hardware declaration. Now we want to check the level on particular pin, and that is reflected on the LED. Okay, and that's why I am just taking two LED, that is D1 or D2. You can take one, that is also okay. I am just considering two LED, D1 and D2. D1 is considered to particular pin, that is B port. Its pin number is RB4. We know that in a PIC microcontroller there are 5 ports, that is A, B, C, D, E. Out of that, A having 5 pins, B, C, D having 8 pins, and E having 3 pins. We can use any pin for our practical. All pins are GPIO pins, and that's why we can use any pin here. Okay, I'm just using here port B and pin number B4, and I'm just connecting one device LED and its name is D1. Similar way, I'm just taking other LED that is D2. It is connected to B port, pin number B5. In this fashion, where I connected the LED, that I'm just defining here. Okay, we can use any port, any pin number, and whatever port and which pin number you are considering, you must declare. You must define that. Okay. Next one is you are declaring one variable that is data and its type is unsigned char. Then next, in the main function, you are calling one subroutine that is timer 0. Now, in our as per our problem statement, we want to generate the square wave. Means initially you are making the pulse high, then you are giving the delay, then you are making the pin low, again you are giving the delay. Means every time you are calling the delay in your program. Instead of writing number of times same thing again, you are just writing in subroutine, and that subroutine you are calling as per the requirement. Now that subroutine name is timer 0. Okay, means timer 0 is the name of subroutine, and I am just calling that subroutine when I want to introduce the delay within the program. Now main function. In the main function, we will declare the direction with the help of trias register. Okay, with the help of trias register. Next one is AD control register 0F. ADC option, ADC module is there. Internal ADC is available in PIC microcontroller, but our data is directly digital data. You are making your data, you are not giving any data here. Your whatever data is in form of zeros and one only, high or low. Okay, no analog data is there, and that's why no need of ADC, and that's why we are making this off. Next one, trias B bits. B4 bit is equal to 0. What do you mean by this? Is B port B from B port B4 pin is equal to 0. Is means this particular pin is in a output direction, because here this pin we are connecting to the CRO, as well as we are connecting LED here. Similar way, second LED we are connecting to B5 pin. Means this pin is also in output direction, and the way to declare as the output direction, that is trias B bits, trias B5 is equal to 0. Then next, regarding the two LED you are considering, just make one LED on and second one LED off. Okay, means for that's why I'm just providing 1 to D1 and 0 to D2. Okay, this is your initial, you are just declared the initial condition. Then you are going for the main program. In the main program, continuation in while loop, you are declared that whatever status of D1 and D2, just toggle it after specific time, which is declared by timer 0. Means for example, D1 get contrast. Means initially D1 is 1, it's become now opposite, means it's become 0. It's become 0 means it get off, and second one is get on. Yes, then we are just giving the delay with the help of timer 0, that is 5 seconds. After that, again it get contrast. Yes, again it get toggle. In this fashion, every time it get toggle after specific time, and in this fashion you are getting positive pulse, negative pulse, positive pulse, negative pulse, and that is nothing but your square wave. Okay, now this is explanation regarding the main program, and in this main program you are calling timer 0 subroutine. Okay, now we will discuss that timer 0 subroutine. Now in timer 0 subroutine, first TCON register. As per your choice, just you calculate the control word and place in timer 0 control register. Okay, we are already calculated that number and it is 00, and that number we are placing into the timer 0 control register. With the help of it means that our timer 0 is in off position. You are selecting 16-bit timer, internal clock source, rising age, prescaling is you are interested, and script prescale by divided by 2. In this fashion, you have calculated the number and you are placed into the timer 0 control register. Next, you are using 16-bit timer, and that's why you are considering the initial value, that is 40. 20 is in lower byte and 20 in a higher byte. In this fashion, just declare the initial value of timer. Then once initially declaration is over of the timer, you want to start the timer. Okay, now to start the timer means you want to turn on the timer, and for that timer 0 on bit you must make it 1, means timer is on. Now where this bit is, it is in a timer 0 control register, means you initially you are declaring the register name and particular bit within that register. Timer 0 control register is 8-bit register. Out of that we are just interested to change specific bit. Which bit? Timer 0 on bit, and you are making this bit 1, and that's why you are writing here timer 0 control bit t on t0 on bit is equal to 1, means our timer get start, and when timer get start, it start getting the pulses and moving from initial value, that is 40, and it is continuously get updated up every time, and it want to reach up to the maximum value, that is 4 times f. Okay, and continuously we are just waiting for timer 0 if flag. When timer is in process, this bit continuously remain 0, and when this remain 0, you are remain in a while loop. You are continuously waiting for timer get overflow. When given time is over, it is moving from 40 to 4f. Every time it is incremented, means 40, 001, 002, 003. In this fashion, every time it is get updated, and when it is reached at 4f, and when it is one more pulse is coming, that time it get overflow, and it will set the flag, that is timer 0 if flag. Okay, timer 0 interrupt flag. Okay, now this bit, where this bit is, flag is nothing but particular bit. Okay, where this bit is, that is in a interrupt control register. This is one type of interrupt, and that's why it is placed, its location is interrupt control register. Means this is the register name, int con is the register name, and it having one bit, that is timer 0 if flag. This become 1, means this condition is not satisfied, is not equal to 0, now it become 1, means this condition get fed. That time you're coming out that while loop, and that time what is the next action done by us, that is timer control bit jo on bit hai, you are making it off. Means after that you don't want to turn on the timer, you are making on timer off. Timer 0 on bit is equal to 0, means timer get off. Similar way timer 0 if flag again becomes 0 for the next action. In this fashion we are writing this program for generating the square wave. Now okay, now we will execute that on our on our MP lab. Okay, now this is the code. Whatever code I explained, I will just copy that code and I will create file in the MP lab. Now I will repeat the procedure again. Just same procedure I will follow. I will go to the file, then new project, microchip embedded, standalone project. This is your single project. Next, now family is advanced 8-bit microcontroller. Your IC number is, you can search within this database, otherwise directly type your number is PIC 18F4520. Okay, then choose that IC. Then next, then hardware tools are available. When you want to transfer this code on a hardware kit in the laboratory, that time you are using PIC-Kit3 as a hardware tool. But just now we are not performing on hardware tool, hardware kit, and that's why I'm not choosing any hardware tool here. I will just go for the next. But suppose we are performing on a lab, we are using PIC-Kit3, because on a laboratory kit having this PIC-Kit3 on that board. Next one is a compiler, compiler. Already we are writing the programming in embedded C. Now we must convert that embedded C into the machine language, and for that we are using the compiler. Initially we are writing in 8051, we are writing the program in assembly language. That assembly language program converted into machine language by .asm. Whereas here with the help of assembler, you're converting assembly language program into the machine language program. Whereas in PIC microcontroller, we are writing program in embedded C, and that program you want to transfer into the machine language, and that's why we are using compiler, that is C18 compiler. Just choose that compiler, C18 compiler. C18 compiler. Next, then write the project name. For example, project name is TB7. 7th practical is there, and that is why TB7 is the project name. Then its path is desktop pay. I'm just created one folder, that is PIC PR, PIC practical PR. Okay, I'm just creating the project within that, and that's after that I will just finish it. Now this project is created here with the name TB7. Okay, 7th practical. Now in source file, just go to the source file, right click here, then new, C source file. You just give name here. Our name is square wave SQ, finished. Okay, give any name as per your choice. I'm just giving name SQ, and with extension it will save with the extension .c. Then finish it. Now this file is there, source file whose name is sq.c. Now paste your type your program here. Now I will paste the program. Whatever program I explained, I'm just paste here. Okay, now once this part is over, just save that program and build the program. Now just see here, output window, built successfully, there is no error. And where is the hex file? That is desktop picpr tb.c hex distinction default production, उसमें tb7 dot hex. ठीक है, this header file is hex file is there, and that hex file will call from the Proteus software. Okay, I will close this part and I will open the Proteus design. Now this is the design here. Just see here, this is your PIC microcontroller, that is PIC 18F4520. Agree, and we are considering two pins, that is pin number RB4 or RB5. Okay, and these two pins are connected to the CRO, as well as one of the pin is connected to LED. Square wave is nothing but on off, and that we can show on the LED also, and that's why I'm just connecting here one LED, and both the pins are connected to the two channel of our oscilloscope. That is channel, there are 4 channels, you can choose any channel. I'm just selecting channel number A and channel number B. Okay, then all of you agree up to this design. Then next task is just dump the code, whatever hex file you developed, just dump within the controller. That's why I'm double click this part. I will select the path. My path is in PIC PR, that is practical TB7. उसके बाद distinction default production TB7, open. Okay, that hex file is open, it will dump here. Okay, whatever file hex file you develop, you dump within this controller now. Okay, now run the program. This is play button. Now just see here, digital oscilloscope and 2 waveforms are coming here. Just shift that. Agree, whatever coming it is displayed here. Okay, one more thing regarding digital oscilloscope, I will give explanation of that. Now on a digital oscilloscope, there are 4 channels are there, A, channel B, C and D. I'm using only A and B, and that's why I will remove the next 2 channels, that is C channel is off, and the D channel is also off, means that trace is vanished here. Okay, now there are only two trace. One is related to A channel, that is yellow color, and blue color is a B channel. Okay, I will just change the position of B. Agree? I can change the position of B now. Similar way I can change the position of A also with the help of this knob. Okay, now this is a, you can change the amplitude with the help of this amplitude of A channel. Similar way amplitude of B channel. Agree? Similar way, say next option is time per division. This is knob. Agree? In this fashion I can change the position, and we are generating the square wave on two pins. You can show one pin also, no question. Agree for this? And one more thing, suppose instead of showing on a digital oscilloscope, you can show on the LED also. I will show that design also. Just wait. I will stop this part. I will open the new design. New design is in a PIC microcontroller PR timer design. Okay. Now just see here. I am considering two pin RB4 and RB5. I am just connecting that pin to the digital oscilloscope, and same pin is connected to the LEDs also. That is shown here. Agree for this design? Now I will demonstrate that also. I will dump the code within this controller first. Now what is the path? T, it is in a PIC PR में है ना, that is TB7. within that distinct में default production hex file open. Okay. Okay, means you dump that code on a PIC microcontroller. Now run that square wave generation with, you can see on the oscilloscope as well as you can show on the LEDs also. Just see here, continuously click on off, that is nothing but your T on and T off, T on and T off, that is your square wave. Discover your next seventh practical square wave generation using timer with interrupt method.